Hi, this is Charles at Kaleidoscope Rock Academy, and we're going to do a unboxing and demo video on the Strymon, I'm assuming that's how you say that, Deco V2 version 2 pedal. As you can see, I've talked about my Eurasia puppy, Klaus. He's helped me do some unboxing, and he got ahead of me on this one. He actually pulled this out of the Sweetwater larger box and made down the hallway with it and took a little nibble out of the side, so the unboxing process has already been jump started by Klaus, but we're going to continue from there. So there's the literature that comes with it. So this is a tape saturator and Doubletracker. I saw this in a pedal board from one of my friends, Guitarists, and was really impressed with it. Hadn't heard Strymon before that time he brought his pedalboard to the studio a couple weeks ago. So these are some sample settings, which I think is always nice to have. So we'll put that aside, and then here's how the box comes. I like it when things come with power supplies. So there you go. It's a fairly expensive pedal, so it should, right? We've got some little feet we can put on it. I assume this is a sticker. I take all these stickers and I put them on chest of drawers kind of for drum stuff. Kind of one of those automotive style ones that's red, and I put all the stickers from all these companies on the outside of it. I'm running out of room actually. One more thing over here. This is dealer warranty information, and then I think all we've got left is the pedal itself. So again, the package in here has a serial number. So it's definitely metal. On one of my recent videos, someone asked me, hey, is it metal or plastic? Sometimes it's hard to tell, but this is definitely metal. So on this side, whoops, flipping around here, USB connection. Have a recessed pin for mono and stereo. In, out. Expression pedal hookup. This is for the 9-volt. Power supply. You've got 2 outputs, so you can run it in stereo. Interesting, neither of them says what you do if you only use one of them. There's not a mono mark on there. And flipping around on this side, those are all your controls. This is one of 2 options. You can still buy the Deco original that has less knobs, but the one that my friend Dave had was this one, so this is the one that I bought. That's what it looks like, and we're going to plug in and give you a sense of some of the sounds. And I usually, when I do that, I'll try to run through like all the range of different parameters as much as possible when you have graded dials like this. And in the book where it gave us sample settings, that's certainly going to be helpful in that process. So now we're going to take a look at some of the settings on the Strymon here. And I've got the manual that came with it here, so they've got some suggested settings. So we'll try those out first. So sample setting 1 is called Wide Wobbles. So it looks like it only got this side turned on. You got full wobble. Speaking of wobble, I don't want this to wobble on the table too much here. Lag time. Blend. Okay, so this is what they call wide wobbles. Well, that's pretty wobbly. Whoops, I think I got this in the wrong place. Okay, try this. That's the first one. This one's called Wet Slapback Cassette. Basically just turn the wobble way down. I'm just noticing in here they say this is not the complete user manual. This is just a very short one. Okay, so this one's called On the Edge. So we're going to turn on the tape saturator side of things here. my friend Klaus is back in the scene here. Hello, Klaus. What do you think of that? Does that sound funny? Alright, this one's called Worn Out Deck. So I know I'm pretty slow at dialing these in here. Okay, Worn Out Deck. By the way, this is a Tom Anderson custom guitar, and right now I'm playing through the pickups on series, parallel series, through a Spark amp by Positive Grid. Okay, last one of their established settings here is Pretty Cape Flange. Ooh, got a little noise coming in there. Okay, turning down the tone, blend. Obviously, there's a lot more options than the ones they're showing here. Let's see here. Okay, so initially it's a very interesting pedal because, like, I don't know, it just seems like it's approaching getting some kind of familiar delay flanger type effects from a different kind of angle of processing. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, so the rest of the manual doesn't have sample settings. So now I'm going to kind of play around with my own clocks here, because when I first heard this, I was more interested in the tape saturation as kind of like a form of distortion. So let's play around with that a little bit. So let's go to a straight. Turn the volume down a little bit. So just thinking of this as a distortion box for a moment. I just felt like that was a really nice, clean kind of distortion. Just for the record, this is what the amp sounds like without it. So this is what this is adding. Really sweet. Push the distortion up a little. And then down a little. Off. So I feel like I have to push the volume up a little bit to compensate for the lower distortion if I want. Or saturation is what this knob actually says, if I want to sound the same pedal on and off. Versus, so even at that level, it's a nice add-on. And this is all in the cassette mode. Let's try the same bunch of stuff with the classic mode. Versus pretty subtle difference. A little more distortion. Versus I feel like it's giving a clearer saturation with this down, and it sounds more like a typical distortion box with it up. That's my quick observation. Versus, so far I think I like the cassette version of these settings better. So that's what got me interested in this pedal, was that half of it. When you go back to this half of it, when I think of double tracking, I think of course they do a lot of double tracking in studios, so it'd be great to have a single track sound like it's double track. But also there was the 80s trick about like slightly detuning two tracks that are pan and stereo playing the same thing. So I was kind of wondering if this works that way. Well, let's just wing it for a second here and see. It's on what it calls some. So question is, if the blend's on 0, is that really what's controlling the amount of this effect? Maybe not by itself. Let's put this one up a little bit. Versus it's pretty subtle. It sounds kind of like it's fattening it up a little bit. Put a wobble up. It's almost like a vibrato effect, which I'm not sure I like at that level. Yeah, you hear like a little dip in the pitch. But if you turn this way down, is there any like? I'm kind of wondering whether when you would want something to wobble like that on purpose. Versus moving it while you're playing. That's kind of fun. Made my dog look up. I wish I had a camera on my dog right now. Let's try some different. So that was some invert. Versus taking out. That, I can tell it's making a difference, and it feels like maybe the sense of the arpeggio is cut through a little bit more. Not sure exactly how it's doing that. A lot of multi-effects processors I've had and modeling units I've had use really familiar terminology. They're all doing the same set of things, and I can usually get what I want out of them in an initial demo video. Don't feel that way about the right side of this pedal. I feel like it's something that, like these, you could call this my initial look, initial demo, initial impressions, but I don't feel like I fully understand how I would use it yet. And that's a good feeling, because after playing guitar for 40 plus years, it's nice to have something that comes along that you go, okay, this is opening up some new exploration, some new thoughtful territory. Not sure exactly how to use this thing. So that's a good feeling for me. Maybe not if every piece of gear was like that, but definitely when the occasional piece of gear comes along, it makes you think like that. It makes you listen harder. You go, this is cool. Moving this down for a second. I do kind of wonder if like this could function as a chorus pedal without being so chorusy, like kind of give you a chorus effect without it being so obviously chorused. Let's kick this up a little bit more. You definitely have to play these two knobs off of each other. With the saturation up, I feel like maybe the effect I'm getting here is a little much. Let's pull these guys back a little bit. Yeah, now all of a sudden it sounds like kind of like the effect you get when you have like a super slow flanger and it's gradually sweeping through at one of its seconds. There's times I feel like this is also kind of like a sustainer. Take it off for a second. Put this part on. That just right how I have it set right now. It just seems like a weird flanger. Not sure I like that much. Let's put it back up. All the way up. Along with the idea this side of this pedal might make me do some thinking, I also wonder if to really understand how this pedal functions, I'm going to need to do some actual tracking with it. I'm going to turn some delay on the amp. So without that. Have fun with how it sounds, so I feel like it's really smooth. Screw around with this a little bit more. Had this mounted on like a music stand or something, you could use it as a real-time thing to screw around with like that. Well, those are my initial impressions of a very cool box that I feel like has a lot of possibilities, and in a perfect world, I'll make a follow-up video and do some tracking with it. But at least those are my initial thoughts about the Deco V2, I guess V2 version 2, and it's pretty nifty. So let me know what you think, and if you like this kind of thing, you could consider checking out some of our other lessons and gear videos, and would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. So thank you for watching.